Hello, everyone. Welcome to a portfolio review of mine. I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays if you don't celebrate. This is going to be a quick video of me just kind of going through all of my portfolios here on Price Empire of all my CS2 investments and talking about, my ideology behind certain decisions, etc., etc. I'm also going to be doing a short little Discord giveaway in my Discord server. I'll be giving away a single Battle Scarred Hollow sticker in my Discord, just a little investment piece, a little gift to one of you guys for watching a Christmas video of mine. I'll probably draw the winner's name sometime tomorrow, probably 5 p.m. CST tomorrow. So you have plenty of time to join, but only 24 hours. So look alive, guys. But anyway, without further ado, we're going to walk through some of my CS investments. I have these broken into a couple different categories. The names are pretty obvious, but first we'll talk about the CS Float investments. These are mainly investments that I've made on CS Float or are planning to sell on CS Float. And I'm going to go through my best realized profit ones first. And really, there's an outlier. It's the Op Safari Mesh Factory New. I bought these as buy orders on CS Float back in July this year at 385. And then they randomly got pumped when everything else was getting pumped to like $20 plus. Sold some on Steam to get some Steam balance, and then sold some on CS Float to get actual cash. And yeah, so this one did really well, and now the skin's back down to 450. So I'm just trying to take some of my investment return and reinvest because if it can pump once, it can probably pump again. And the Op Safari Mesh Factor New is a discontinued skin, highly popular and very low supply for such an old skin. Anyway, after that is really just some realized profit from my Anubis investments. I purchased a lot of Anubis investments back in August of 2023. This was not too long after the Anubis collection was added to CS in the first place, so probably not the best time to buy. I think I thought that these would get removed sooner than they did, and they didn't, but whatever. Because of that, I thought this investment was kind of just chalked and just going to sit inside my storage container for forever, and I wasn't going to ever mention it again. But then when it quietly got discontinued, there was a hype wave, and so I sold the hype wave, and I've made decent profits for a pretty low volume investment. That's really it for the realized profits and losses. Let's go ahead and take a look at my unrealized profits and losses. And we can see that the bigger outliers are just high holdings of, a couple snakebite cases, clutch cases, and gallery cases. These are all just, old purchases I've made on the Steam community market, 2022, 2023, just old stuff that has appreciated over time. And I can sell it really anytime that I feel like it. These clutch cases, snake bites, these are all rare / discontinued now. These are all discontinued, so I can only see that these get better over time. So I'm not really in a hurry to sell these. I did purchase a lot of gallery cases. I bought these before and after they got discontinued. I knew that before they would be discontinued. There was a little assumption like, are they going to go to the rare case collection? Are they going to go into the discontinued case rotation? And I was pretty certain that they were going to be discontinued. And I was right, and I probably should have sold. I bought these at 95 cents, and I know they got up to like $1.60, $1.40. I should have sold then, but that's fine. I think that the fact that every other case now is going to be discontinued kind of hurts this investment, but it's obviously in the green. I'm not super worried. I think the supply for gallery cases is really, really low because everyone was buying fever cases for half of the lifespan that gallery case was in the game, and the gallery case was only in the game for 1 year, which is very short for a case in terms of case lifespans. After that, we have a couple of paired items. These candy apples and tuxedos. These have been discontinued when Valve, removed these actively dropping collections from the active drop pool back in April this year. And so after a little bit of hype died, I went ahead and bought up a bunch of them, 90 cents, 44 cents, bought these all on Steam. And they're doing really well. These were actually doing way better when things were getting kind of crazy before the crash in October. Should have sold back then, got some profit, but I'm not really worried about these. These will do well over time. Random charm investment. I figured I'll have some holding of probably the best charm from the pink category of the small arms collection. A random canals collection blue that's in good wear that I'm just going to hold on to. The remainder of my Anubis collections that I was not able to sell off, I'm just going to keep them and let them appreciate over time. I'm not in a hurry to sell a bunch of these crappy skins that aren't worth that much anyway. So we'll just see what happens with them. This is going to be a flip. Okay. So these are some graphic collection skins. I bought them before the graphic collection got discontinued. And I bought them with the purpose in mind that, hey, that's probably going to be the graphic collection gets removed first. Check mark, I was right about that. But also, I'm going to buy these in low floats. So everything that you see here, all these factory new skins, these are all very low floats. like double O, triple O floats. So I'm pretty pleased, and I can sell these for a lot more than what they're listed for. So obviously these graphic collection ones are in the green because graphic collection has been discontinued, but I also have a lot of sport and field collection, overpass collection, and a couple of train ones as well that are in the green / in the red, but really they're in the green a lot more because these skins are very, very low float. Got them for good buy order deals, and once they get discontinued, I'm very excited to sell these off because I think they're going to go kind of crazy as soon as they get discontinued, which could be soon. After that, I have some experimental field tested skins that I purchased. These were at floats that would trade up to a minimal wear skin of the higher quality prior to Valve changing how trade ups work. So now these investments are kind of chalked, but I'll just hold on to them, and when they get discontinued, I'll sell them off. Same went for the gallery case. I have some gallery case field tested skins that would have traded up to min wear purples, but alas, that kind of theory is kind of thrown away, but that's fine. Some random, other Armory Charm stuff, some discontinued stickers that I don't think are going to do that great over time. I was kind of just thinking that they do well because they're rare, but, it's not always rare versus demand, but they're not great. The supply is slow, and they're not going to go anywhere. So honestly, as soon as these probably break the barrier or go green, I'll probably sell them and reinvest elsewhere. Rare Item Glitter, thought they would do well. They were doing well. They're back down now. That's fine. And then Operation Broken Fang case, I bought these at pretty expensive, so they're down a good bit. And now with everything else being discontinued, these probably are going to take a little bit of time before they go back up again. And then Recoil case, yeah, I just bought these when it seemed like cases were never going to go back down. This was in 2023 when like no case except for Recoil and maybe the Revolution were like under $1. And so I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to buy a bunch of these. And they have not appreciated yet. But, Recoil case is still actively dropping, and as soon as it goes discontinued, it's discontinued. So that's something promising. All right, enough of the general investments. Let's go through some specific collections. All right, my elemental picks. My elemental picks include the Lenticular, the Hydrostream. You can see what's on screen. These are all just simple investments that I plan to probably sell when the hype wave occurs, when these get removed from the armory, and then just reinvest once they plateau back out to their new price. Take the profit and reinvest, guys. It's pretty easy, pretty simple. You can take your profit and then watch the reinvested assets appreciate over time, which I imagine these will appreciate over time quite well as they are very applied. Speaking of the elemental sticker craft, guys, I went ahead and collected all the data for an update video on this. So you guys can expect to see another elemental craft sticker pack application rate video in the coming days. Things are busy around the holidays, so give me a little bit of grace on that, but I'll try and upload that before too much time elapses. Anyway, so that's the elemental, got that much invested into it. After that is the Austin investment. This is the only one that's in the red, the only portfolio that's in the red. I made this, investment pretty shortly after making the videos. So I am, in the red on this, but I'm not too worried about it. Most of these, I sold off a couple of them when they got hyped, like the M80s. When people freaked out that the M80 logo changed, I sold my hollows off and made some quick 2x profit on that. The rest of these are going to do well, I think, over time. With Budapest looking different than Austin, I'm not super worried about these never coming back up. I think these are fairly low volume because of the circumstances surrounding their discontinuation from the Steam store. I think that it's just some of them look good, some of them don't, whatever. I think they'll do fine over time. And if they don't, then I have a cool sticker collection. It's fine. But I'm not really worried about the Austin. It's a low interest, low volatility investment in my mind. If they ever get pumped or hyped, then I'll probably sell. All right, and after the Austin investment is my 2025 community stickers. You can see what I'm invested in pretty clearly. I like the Froggles Hollow for that fake Titan Hollow. I like the Ain't a Rental foil. It's doing really well in terms of applications, and it's very cheap at buy order prices, so I'm just accumulating these slow. Like, obviously, this is not a lot of volume invested, so I'm not super, intrigued about the 2025 community sticker, but I do think that it's a low interest collection. Valve does have incentive to get rid of it. Probably will get rid of the Sugar Face 2 before it gets rid of the 2025 community sticker collection, but it is what it is. Gloves On, I just bought them dirt cheap at 2 cents, guys. Like, I don't think they get cheaper than that. So Gloves On also has pretty good application data. But it's a blue. I'm pretty much not going to invest in any blues anywhere else. I think blues, they just have a volume problem that's going to be hard to get over. QD Hollow, I saw it in the major, and it looked really good on a Deagle. And I'm honest, I liked it, so I'm investing in them. I think these will appreciate over time as well. And then my biggest investment is actually in the red, but that's fine. is the Good as New foil. I bought a lot of them at $6.10. I'm not really worried about these. The application on this is insane. It's a pink, it's low supply, high demand. It makes a swastika, guys, and I think it's going to do well over time. So I got about 100 into these stickers. So, all right, and last and least is the Sugarface 2 investment. I made this shortly after making my Sugarface 2 video, and it's just Clavis. I just bought Clavis Hollows and Clavis Foils at decent buy order prices, and it's actually doing well. I wasn't anticipating this being in the green pre-discontinuation. I think these will get removed pretty soon. I feel like this collection is just kind of a placeholder for something to come. So I'm really not worried about this, and I think this will just be a kind of quick buck I can make when they get discontinued. They get hyped, I sell them, and then if I want to, I can reinvest later. But as you can see, decent ROI for a pretty low investment after only a couple weeks, 26, 42%, like doing quite well. Biggest recommendation I can make for you guys for any of your investments is really get a good buying price. Having a low buying price is just, it's so easy. It's so much better than having a high buying price. You have to overcome a lot of ROI to get out of a bad buying price, a bad starting price. So finding a site that you trust, that you think has a good buying price, or doing buy orders, or whatever it is you need to do, whatever Steam community market conversion rate you got to do to make yourself feel good about the price, just do it and just set it and forget kind of thing. But yeah, try and get a good buying price to really help make the investment a lot easier, I should say. Okay, guys, and that's kind of my investment portfolio. I'm very proud of this investment portfolio, guys, mainly because I have not deposited any cash into any of these investments for the longest time. The last time I deposited any cash into this was like $40 to buy a skin in like 2022. All of the money from this portfolio is from me playing CSGO, CS2, flipping skins on CS Float and other marketplaces, and also buying and selling investments. So I'm proof that you guys can make a decent portfolio from just playing the game that you love, paying attention, making good decisions, and knowing when to sell. I also have a couple $1,000s in skins that they're kind of sticker craft skins that that are selling right now. I'm not really worried about them selling. So I really probably have like $4,500 into the game. But again, that's from me not depositing any money. This is all from just growing with the game and being an intentional investor and not being afraid to sell. For the longest time, I was just afraid to sell, afraid to take profits, and I got burnt. I have a lot of old investments on Steam Folio. It's kind of a lesser known website now because Price Empire is really good at doing portfolio tracking. But if you guys are interested, I can go through my old investments like 2020 and around that time and onward, and see where I went wrong, where I went right, laugh at how low the prices were back then and how little I was investing, and maybe learn something from that. But that could be a future video if you guys are interested. Again, I have the Elemental Sticker Craft video coming out in a couple days, hopefully. I'm going to try and get that out pretty quick. And again, I have a Discord giveaway going on. You guys probably have about 24-ish hours to respond. Just go react to the photo in the announcements channel of the Battle Scarred Hollow sticker, and $10, just a little giveaway, a little Christmas gift to one of you guys. Nothing crazy. It's a short giveaway. I'll probably do a much larger giveaway when I reach a subscriptions milestone. Like I'll figure it out when the holidays pass and I get a little bit more time to think about this stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys had a good time with your family, good time with friends, maybe got some good gifts, ate some really good food, and I'm very thankful for you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays, and have a blessed day as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much.